All right, we're back. I'm using some new software here, and it's free, and it's quite clear that it's free because it's given some glitches, but it is what it is. We'll get through this. All right, so let's get back over to this. So we just went through Fast Field, and I show you guys what that form is like. The beautiful part about this is when we get bigger jobs that come in, we can actually come in here and we can import Excel spreadsheets of vehicle lists. And what that does is when the technician's in the field, they can search the vehicle by plate, VIN number, whatever it may be, and it auto populates the rest of the fields with the data that was already entered into the Excel spreadsheet. What this does is it cuts down on the errant data entry and actually speeds up the efficiency of the install while the technician's on site. And we're all about efficiency in this industry. You guys know a lot of times we can't choose the price at which we get paid. Therefore, we need to be efficient, yet still produce good quality results in the work that we do. So, all right, let's move on from there. I'll give you some other stuff that I think is super helpful for this industry. All right, so this one here, I can't even touch the all the stuff that this software does because we need about 3 months to go through it all. Um, but this is one of the first major pieces of software that we invested in. It's called Infusionsoft. It's a CRM, customer relationship management piece. And in here, we have data on every customer we've ever touched, every installer that's ever worked for us, anyone who's ever applied for a job. Literally everyone who's touched the organization kind of comes in here. This is like Salesforce for a small business, and you don't need to write code in order to make things happen. Uh, in here, there's a really, really powerful tool called Campaign Builder, which is where we are right now. Inside Campaign Builder is where you build out the logic for automation. And this is one of the automated sequences that we have continuously running in our organization. What this does is when we actually close out a job for a customer, this sends an email and basically says, "Hey, Mr. Customer, how did we do?" And depending on their reactions, they get driven down a particular path. And depending on what they say in that path and the feedback received, we're either going to say, "Hey, great, thank you for the applause. Would you mind writing us a testimonial for our website?" If they give, a neutral or dissatisfied feedback comment, which would be these two here, they then go into a neutral or a follow-up task. So if someone comes in and says, you guys are okay, or if they come in and say, you guys sucked, you screwed something up, what it's going to do is it's gonna basically probe someone on my team to, hey, reach out to this customer now and give them a call and see what we did, and see if we can resolve the issue before it gets any worse. So that's pretty much that. But the what you can do in here is just unlimited. If you guys are actually selling anything direct, the main focus of this software is sales and marketing. You could build out all your automated email follow-ups. You could build out newsletters in here. You can build out landing pages. You can build out custom forms. And you can, if you have a website, you can then embed these forms in your website. So if you have someone who wants to come on and schedule an appointment, if you have someone who's looking to become an employee, I'll give you, for instance, we have the Top Class website. On the Top Class website, I'll actually click over to it and just show you guys. How about that? Go to the Top Class website. Under Contact, there's a Careers tab. On the Careers tab, we have a couple of things here, obviously. So if you were to click on Installation Technician, and you were to say, all right, I'm interested in becoming an install tech on Long Island, click Next. This is going to populate a field, a form here. So we use WordPress to host our website. This form is a tool called Gravity Forms. Gravity Forms, it looks pretty. It collects all this data from the website, from the user, and then dumps it back into Infusionsoft, and it triggers off a campaign. So basically, This isn't the campaign, but I'll give you an idea. So this is a tag. So when that form is filled out, it trips off a tag, and then it goes into a sequence, which then sends out automated emails to that person who's applying for the job, such as, hey, John Smith, I just received your application for your job. Thank you very much for sending it in. Someone from my team will reach out to you within the next 24 hours to bring you on to the next step. So whatever you can possibly dream of, this software can do for you, which is pretty wild. So some of the features we use this for is reminders. So basically, on a bi-weekly basis, we have a campaign built out that sends reminders to my team. Let me go in there and find it here real quick. So here it is, Vanstock follow-up. So the installation technicians, as you guys know, guys burn through a lot of materials when you're in the field, and not every GPS company that we work for, camera company, supplies the consumables. Some of that has to come from us. So what we do here is we have this is called a looping campaign. This thing just goes on and on and on. So it starts here, the person goes through this. When they hit this tag, they loop right back around to this one, and it starts the whole sequence over again. So let me dig in here and I'll show you what this thing does. So it automatically sends out an email to every install tech on my team. And we have this assigned to Frankie, who's one of our in-house technicians. This is Frankie's role. And what we have here is just a quick little email that goes out. Sounds like it's from Frankie, looks like it's from Frankie with his picture there. And here is a list of Vanstock that every one of my install techs is required to keep with them while they're in the field for us. If they're running out of stuff here, they need to contact somebody and they need to be replenished. So here's the list. If you guys want to cheat and copy the list, feel free. If you can't read it, too bad. I can give it to you if you want it. But here's everything. And this goes out once every 2 weeks and basically says to everyone, hey, do you need anything? If you need something, send me an email and let me know. That way we're just continuously following up with people and saying, hey, we didn't forget about you. You might have been busy over the past 2 weeks. Maybe, you forgot about it, but hey, we're here to give you the stuff you need because we want you to be able to succeed while you're in the field for our company. So like I said, there's a shit ton of stuff you can do with this. And you can dig even deeper when it comes to sales and marketing with this. If you guys are selling your own devices, whether it's cameras, whether it's remote starts, whether it's tracking devices, I don't care what you're selling, you can use this stuff to automate a ton of the follow-up with your customers. It also has a sales process pipeline built in, which we use when we're actually going out and going after new GPS companies. So we put them in there and we can keep track of, hey, we contacted this person. This is the next follow-up date. And you could automatically trigger an email or a message to go out to the sales rep to say, hey, it's time for you to go and follow up with John Smith over at ABC GPS Company and see if they're ready to proceed with us becoming an installation vendor. So this is a lot of the stuff that we've put in place that has allowed our smaller team to appear as if we're much larger because we're using automation, we're using bots, we're using technology to literally duplicate us as people. So you can't get it all done in a day. But if you take the time and you program the machine to do it as if you were doing it, then you can put the machine to work and you can go out and do something else that might be more valuable. All right, so that's that. Let me get into something here that's a little more appropriate before we dive into this one. But this is a really cool one here too. DocuSign. We've been using DocuSign for a while. I think DocuSign's killer. If you guys aren't using it, you're missing out. You can even use this for your own personal stuff. When people send you your paperwork that you got to fill out and sign, you can send contracts to people. So, for instance, whenever we do contact direct work for people, we get no-showed a lot back in the day, and it was a real pain in the butt. If you get no-showed and you're working for a GPS company, you can submit a no-show fee. If you're working for yourself and it's contact direct and someone no-shows you, you're kind of screwed. So we went out to an attorney. We had a contract written up, spent a couple $100 to get that done. And what we've done is we've uploaded that contract into DocuSign, and we then send this contract out to people that we're doing contact direct work for. They sign it instantly, send it back over to us, and basically it states, hey, this is the appointment date. This is how much money we're charging you. This is what the no-show fee is if you are not ready for your appointment and you don't cancel within X amount of hours prior to the appointment. So you kind of get the gist. But this is cool because not only can you send contracts out, if someone sends you a piece of paper to sign, you can bring it right into DocuSign. You can sign it real quick right from your computer and then kick it right back out to them. So it has definitely expedited the process of us onboarding with new GPS companies, new camera companies. Because if you guys are in this business long enough, you understand that some of the paperwork they send over to you is a real pain in the butt. You got to grab it from your computer, you got to print it out, you got to sign it, date it, all that crap, and then hopefully your scanner is going to work on your ancient printer, even though mine's pretty new, it still sucks. And then upload that thing back in and then send out an email. You could literally cut out all that bullshit by spending $200 a month on DocuSign. I'm sorry, $200 a year on DocuSign per user. So I mean, realistically, we have one user for our entire team, and that's all we need. So you don't have to go out there and spend $200, for 3, 4, 5, 6 users within your team. Ideally, that's what DocuSign wants you to do because they want your money, but you don't have to go that crazy with it. You can make it happen without that. All right, so that's a really cool tool. If you guys aren't using that now, I would highly, highly, highly suggest getting involved. I didn't get involved with this until about 3 or 4 months ago, and I am kicking myself in the ass every day because it's a game changer. All right, next one here. This is Slack. This is a free tool. You don't pay $1 for it unless you want to. They do have paid versions, but I don't really see the need for it. I think that if you have a team that is larger than any more than 2 people, that this is something you can definitely utilize to help keep you a little more organized. Text messages and emails get really played out quickly, and it's very hard to look up what was sent and what wasn't sent, what was responded to, what wasn't responded to, especially when you get 1,000 emails a day on a normal basis. So this cuts out a lot of the bullshit. Think of it as a text messaging service that is built similar to social media. So you can send messages out to the entire team, to an individual person, instantly. And if you look over here on the left, you get different channels that you can create. This is all customizable. So for instance, we have one called Ring the Bell. Anything positive that happens within the organization goes into Ring the Bell. So hey, we had a win here today, so we're going to post it up and share it with the crew. We had a win here, we're going to post it up and share it with the crew. We just finished this hiring video, we're going to post it up and share it with the crew. So, which is pretty cool because we can come in here and play all sorts of things and show people what's going on within the business, which is nice. And again, we have different channels depending on different things. So we have a channel dedicated to our scheduling team. So if there's a scheduling conflict, if there's questions, everyone can hop on here without sending 43 emails back and forth. Everyone can get on here and talk simultaneously about what's going on within the organization, and it really, 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 really has helped tremendously. On top of that, if you want to get fancy with Slack, Slack integrates with just about every other piece of software that's out there. Google Calendar, Loom. Loom is another one that I'd like to chat with you guys about. Matter of fact, I'll do it right now. So I posted up a video, I guess it was last week or 2 weeks ago, regarding how to start scaling your business and hire the first person. And one of the things I talked heavily about in there was screen recording and basically recording what you do on your computer and then having that copied and transferred over to whoever's going to be doing the work for you. So it's kind of like documenting what you're doing on a video format and having that there forever. So you can literally shoot the video once and then for the next 3, 4, 5 years, just keep handing out that same video to the new people that are coming into your organization so they can learn exactly how you want things done. So this is it's a Google Chrome plugin. If you're not using Chrome, get out from underneath a rock. And it's completely free. So it's called useloom.com, and I'll post up links to all this software after this. So if you guys want to check this stuff out in the future, you can. So basically, useloom.com. You click this here, and as you can see, it pops up and it wants to capture the screen, um, which is pretty cool. You see my face pops up in the left here. So it's going to have a camera on you. It's going to have a capture your screen itself, and you can turn either one of them off, which is cool. So you click the start recording button, and it starts recording this video of your screenshot, and it records it right to Loom's server. You can keep the footage there for a while. After a while, they do delete it. You can download it, or the coolest part is you can just integrate it right to Slack. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go in here and I'll shoot a video of how to set something up in software, whether it's Service Fusion or Fastfield or something like that. I'll build something in the software. I'll document the whole thing of exactly how I do it and I want it done. And then I will take it from Loom and I'll dump it right into Slack immediately. The next step that I do, it takes a little bit more time, is I will then take that video and I will either upload it to Vimeo or YouTube. Most of our internal videos that we store for our company are on Vimeo. It's a paid service versus YouTube, which is free for the most part. The difference is they keep the videos in HD quality, so they look a lot better. They don't degrade the quality and because of bandwidth issues and that kind of crap. So it's pretty cool. So let me get out of here for a second. All right, cool. Speaking of Vimeo, as you can see with Vimeo, we got a bunch of our videos up here. You can see my face all over the place. Some software that we use, some footage of vehicles, our hiring video that we've put out. You guys, if you've been on the page long enough, you've probably seen it a couple of times. How we do certain vehicles. We try to document every vehicle that we've done a certain way because listen, everyone in this industry knows for the most part that everyone does things a little bit different. So we have certain ways we like things done. Therefore, we've shot videos on them and we use these to train new people that we onboard. So as you can see, here's a whole list of videos that we keep. Most of these videos are private, and any of the ones you see here with a lock, they are private videos. They are only for people within the organization, or sometimes we'll shoot a custom video for a customer and we will send that video out to that customer directly so they can view it. You know, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a nice feature. Again, you can do this for free if you use YouTube. The difference is the paid versus unpaid, and also the quality. We do find that the quality here is much nicer. Also, if you're using Vimeo, it's a lot easier and nicer to embed the videos into your website. Like for instance, let me pop up with the website again here. So as you can see, this video right here is a Vimeo video that we have hosted on Vimeo. It's embedded into our WordPress website, and everything in here becomes customizable. I can remove the play button. I can remove the play bar. I can remove the careers of top class. All of that stuff can get pulled out. Whereas if you use YouTube, you're always going to have that YouTube logo in the bottom corner. Does it make a huge difference? No, not really. But it's just something that you can do with this versus the unpaid. You can make it look pretty. All right, let me get some other stuff here that you guys can benefit from. That's free. So we have Calendly. Calendly, some of you guys that have requested time from me for a call and you want to get on with me, Calendly allows me to send you this link right here, right? And for instance, I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna show you what the user would see as a Calendly user. So let's say I send you my link. Okay, here it comes. This is what you're gonna see, whether you log in from your phone or your computer. Let me go back a step here. So the calendar link is, let's say you hit me up and you're like, hey man, I need to go over some stuff with you. I'm interested in working with you. I have a business proposition for you, whatever the case may be. Um, I'll send you a link to my calendar. And what this does, this integrates with my iCalendar on my Apple products. If you use Gmail, this integrates with the Gmail calendar. It will also integrate with Outlook. So pretty much whatever you use is doable. So you, as the end user, you click on this and you can see which dates I have available in the near future. I got a pretty busy week because I'm traveling heavily next week. So let's say you needed to get on the phone with me as soon as possible. The next available date that I have here is Monday. You click Monday, and this is what I have available on Monday. Click a time, and you can enter your information here, and boom, schedule an event. What it does is it sends me an email instantly, and it also puts it on my calendar. So I then already have your scheduled event with me scheduled on the calendar, done. I never had to pick up a piece of paper, a pen. I didn't have to type anything into my keyboard. It's done. So this is just a little tool that we use to help make us a little more efficient. It's not for everybody. Honestly, I think you need to have a pretty structured schedule and calendar before you start using something like this. I didn't for many years, and I've been working hard on changing that over the past year or so. And I'm finally at a point where I can use a calendar like this to make my day a little more efficient. All right, this is a cool one here. It's called CardTap. This is the back end of it here. So basically, um, if you were to take this link here, let me see if I can populate it. Oh, wrong one. So basically, this allows me to put a custom app on your phone that is my mobile business card. And let me see if I can populate here. Build, edit. Here we go. All right, here, cool. Give it a second to pop up on your screen there. So I send you the link, and then you're going to actually install this, and it's going to come up as an icon on your phone, just as a mobile app would. And you click on that app, and it gives you access to all of my information. So my cell phone number's here. Text, you want to text me, it's here. My email information is here. Everything is here, which is really cool. It puts every bit of contact information that I have right at your fingertips. You need to call my office, you need email support, it's there. You want to share my contact info with somebody else, it's here. You want to see our testimonials, you want to go to the website. Anything that has to do with Top Class is right here, which is really cool. So there's even social media buttons on here, so you can link up with me in social media. There's a lot of really cool ways that you can use this. You can share it. It's essentially a mobile business card. You pay a one-time fee for the year, and you never have to worry about having a business card with you again. If your number changes, you're like, oh shit, I have my old phone number on my business card. Now these are garbage. Everything's right here. It's cool. It's definitely helped out. We've used this a lot. We've given it to a lot of people. One of the cool features of this is you can set it up so the second someone taps on your app, you get an instant notification that says, "Hey, John Smith just tapped on your app, and this is what he tapped into." So you might want to give that guy a call and see what's going on. Maybe you can get on the phone and sell that guy something. These are all just little things you can do to keep an eye on your customers, not in a bad way, but to just go out there and sell them more stuff and be a better service to your clients. Cool stuff. Uh, we're actually going to have Dana from CardTap come in on Tuesday afternoon, maybe Tuesday evening, depending on where you are in the country. And she's going to give us a demo and speak in detail about CardTap and what it does. I don't know all the shit this thing does. It's pretty powerful. It's cool. It's definitely helped with business. You can easily share it online. You can share it, text message, email. If any of you guys are receiving email from me, it's actually in the bottom of my email signature. There's a link to CardTap, so people can download it right from there. But she's going to come in and she's going she's going to go over a lot of it with us and show us some cool features. And maybe you guys can, if you're interested, give her a call, and I'm sure she'd be more than happy to set you up with it. All right. Let's see if there's anything else here that we missed. So this is another big one that we use, keep us organized. Going back to my call again, a couple weeks ago at this point, everything's about checklists and systems and processes. So the more you dumb down a process, the more you document it, the easier it is to delegate that process to somebody else within the team. So this is a big project that we did a while back, and this is the list of stuff in addition to my technicians' normal everyday stuff that they would keep in their van stock and their tools that they would have to make sure they had with them in order to get this job done correctly. So we made this. This is called Asana, by the way, this tool. Asana is pretty much a project management tool that's free. So you can write all these cool lists and put due dates on things, and send it out to different people within your organization and say, all right, here, I'm assigning this task to you. It needs to be completed by next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. If that is not completed, you can set it up to notify you. It says, hey, Joe Smith didn't get X, Y, and Z done as promised. So it helps with holding people accountable and things falling through the cracks. So cool stuff. I really would like you guys to come here and explore this stuff, see what's out there. I mean, you could easily get lost in the software world without a doubt. I know I have, but there's definitely some cool stuff in here that you can go in here, you can play with, you can look at, and see how you can take this stuff and kind of tweak it to work best within your business. If you're looking for that next person to come in and be a helper, start documenting some of the things that you do. Write the checklist. So when you hire that person, they're not sitting around for the first 2 weeks while you're trying to get your shit together and trying to figure out what you're going to delegate or train that person on how to do. You have it all written down. Here it is. Day one, they hit the ground running. All right, let's click out of that. We did DocuSign. We did Slack. We did Vimeo. We did Infusionsoft. We did Fastfield. We did Service Fusion. All right, so this one here is called Phone Sites. This is, it's basically a really dumbed down website builder. It's also a landing page tool. If any of you guys have ever run any ads with Facebook, this is the slickest, most easiest to use, coolest software out there for building Facebook ads that convert. If you don't know what Facebook ads are and you haven't put any time or effort into that, I mean, you guys are missing out. I've used this piece of software here very successfully in onboarding and hiring people to come into our organization to help, whether occasionally a couple subcontractors or W-2 employees. So this tool allows us to come in here and build a landing page and attract the right talent to the team. So let me give you a little feedback of what this is here. So over here on the right, you can see what this landing page looks like. This is what we're asking for. This is what the end user sees. And over here on the left, this is how we actually put this information together. You're able to come in here, upload videos, logos, text, whatever you want this thing to say, you can make it out here. The cool part is, if you go into the stats here, you can see that this thing has generated some leads for us. You can see what day it has. You can see how many views we have, and basically how many leads have come through overall. I'm not going to go digging into the data because you don't need to see everyone's name that's in there. But this is a tool that really works well. It takes a little bit of time to learn, but you're also able to take this, couple it with Facebook ads, put a couple dollars behind your spend there, and target the correct audience, and you're going to have leads coming in. So whether you guys are selling remote starts, whether you guys are selling tracking devices, whether you guys are selling dash cameras, I don't care what you're selling, whatever the widget is, whatever the service is, we can build a custom sales funnel and automate your lead intake from these people. So this is a really cool piece of software. I think it's about $500 a year, but it opens up a whole other world of possibilities. If you guys aren't thinking of yourselves as salespeople at this point in time in your career, you need to get back on that. I know the sales role is really looked down upon by many, um, but in my eyes, every person is a salesperson. So you have to continuously be on the lookout, and try and sell yourself and your services, because you can never have enough as far as sales are concerned in my eyes. So, all right, that's cool. Let me log out of this. There's a bunch of other crap that I use here, guys. Honestly, this isn't all of it, but this is just a quick overview of a lot of the stuff that we do use here on a daily basis. Top class. Um, I could talk about this stuff for like 3 days straight, literally. So if there's anything here that interests you guys, if there's anything here that you want to know more about, I'd be more than happy to explore it further with you and go over it. I have no problem getting on a one-on-one call and showing someone a little bit deeper, into the software that we use and why we used it and that kind of crap. So again, I'm here to help. I want to help. So if there's anything I can do for you people out here who are in the group who are watching these videos, please feel free to reach out to me. Hit me up on the DM. Send me if you have my contact info. Send me a text. Send me email. I'm very easy to reach. If you want to call me at the office, it's fine. 516-754-2522, and my extension is 101. You can call me there too. So that's it. I hope this has helped or opened up the eyes to some people in the group. I know it's a deep rabbit hole to go down, and we didn't even touch going into anything that's custom. This is all kind of out of the box software. But luckily we live in a day and age right now where this stuff it's out there. It's easy to use for the most part. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Um, Honestly, I was not a computer guy up until a couple of years ago, and I was just a technician in the field who put the crap in, and I was good at it. And this all came out of necessity. As my business grew, I realized that I needed to get good at doing some of the things that I was uncomfortable with, and computers, software, that all kind of came into play. We live in a technology-driven world at this point in time. If you are scared or hesitant to get involved with this kind of stuff, honestly, you're just holding yourself back. So I implore you to go out there and dabble with it, even if it's just a little. You need to get somewhat familiar with it. All right, that's it. Unfortunately, this video got split into two tonight because we had a little bit of a technical difficulty earlier. But I'm going to basically take these two videos, put them together, and I'm going to throw them up on YouTube and Vimeo, and hopefully what we went over here tonight can help other people's, maybe other industries can pull from here as well and grow their businesses. That's the number one goal. When we all win, we all win. So let's go out there and help each other and get some good work done. All right. Have a good night.